This week on Take It Outside.
It would have been a lot easier if he sucked. If he was like, if he was,
Jay loves him.
if he was peeing everywhere and pooping everywhere and biting stuff. Elk tags came out.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, I pulled for Montana. You did not. Sam's ate a lot of horse.
You eat a lot of horse?
I have.
Big horse guy.
Yeah, I don't ride them, but I'll eat the shit out of them.
They're pretty good.
I remember coming back from Europe a couple times, like landing in like Atlanta or something, looking around and be like, gosh, what are we doing here?
This podcast was brought to you by Outsider. Check us out at www.outsider.com. Outsider is an outdoor lifestyle brand owned and operated by me, retired Navy SEAL Sam Mackey, and my dear friend and former NFL quarterback Jay Cutler. At Outsider, we encourage everyone to get outside and enjoy all that life has to offer. Head over to outsider.com to check out our unique patent-pending drinkware. Outsider's drinkware can be customized with your personal or business logo. Go to outsider.com, upload your logo, and we will send you visual proofs and great wholesale pricing. And don't forget, get outside and enjoy all that life has to offer. Welcome back to the Take It Outside podcast, where we talk all things outdoors and just getting outside where life happens. I'm your host, Sam Mackey, and as always, I have my co-host, Smokin' Jay Cutler. Today, we're just going to cover some current events and what we have going on. So,
I think I smoked too many cigars in Kentucky, honestly.
Did you?
I'm going on a 2-week break.
How many do you think you smoked last week when you're up there?
You know, I've been just because you can't buy anything up there around kind of where we're at. So, I don't know, 10, 12.
Okay, so 2 a day?
Probably.
That's
It's not healthy. I just can't
yeah,
be
but
good for you.
2, I've seen you rip through those things like Newports. Like I'm talking 4 a day, 5 a day.
Yeah, I mean,
And when you were in your prime.
when I was in my prime, getting going, yeah, I mean, there were some days that it was just chain smoking cigars, which has to be awful for you. But what are you gonna do?
What do you like most about smoking a cigar? What does it for you?
You know, I used to. I don't know what does. I mean, I don't really get a buzz off them at all. I really like the taste, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you like the taste more than I want to say the atmosphere that a cigar and cigar smoking can create?
Yeah, I mean that part is awesome. Like sitting by a fire, like after you're done turkey hunting, you know, the grill's going, smoking a cigar. I mean, it's relaxing.
Yeah, I could see that. You know, I like them, but I don't like them enough to, you know, smoke them every day or, you know.
You have to. I mean, I remember early on, you know, you get that taste in your mouth afterwards and stuff, and like that doesn't happen to me anymore. I think it's probably because the quality of cigars I've smoked now are a lot better than you know when I was younger. But I don't have that feeling anymore.
Mm-hmm. Our cigars are pretty much the only ones that I will smoke for that exact reason. I don't know, you know, when you made them, did you have that in mind? Like, hey, I want to create a cigar that the aftertaste is almost non-existent.
Yeah, I wanted something very, very smooth, very smokable. I knew I wanted a Connecticut wrapper, but I didn't know, you know, what kind of tobacco I needed in there. And whenever we went to the DR, I kind of explained, you know, my vision of what I wanted the cigar to look and taste like, and I mean, he knocked it out of the park. It's like I got that perfect.
Were you working with them and talking with them quite a bit before you guys went over there?
We were talking with them a little bit, but I mean, his biggest thing was like, just come and get here, and you know, we'll lay them all out there, and you guys smoke them and tell me what you like and what you don't like, and we can mix them up. And honestly, I think it was the very first one we smoked was the one we went with, and it was phenomenal. But it was some tobacco from his sister's farm.
Okay. What other type of wrappers are there? Like, I know Connecticut's very popular.
Yeah,
one, right?
I mean, there's just darker. It's basically Connecticut wrapper is just is a different kind of seed.
Okay.
And the way that the plant grows, like the top ones get darker because they get more sun, and then underneath.
So the same plant yields different type of leaves.
Oh, yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
But I mean, DR, like he just keeps them in a open air warehouse. I mean, they're just
the leaves just hanging.
No, they're in big bushels,
Okay.
burlap sacks.
Interesting.
I mean, he's got stuff in there from like 2012. I mean, it's 70. The humidity's perfect, and the
That's what I was just
and the
about to
temperature's
say.
perfect. So like they can just stay there for as long as bugs or anything don't get to them, they're good to go.
That makes sense. So how was turkey hunting? You were up there a week.
It was bad. It was rough. Well, I mean, I took kids up there for the youth weekend, and I think we had about 5 to 10 minutes when it didn't rain. I mean, it was torrential downpours.
So,
and we had just had that flooding. So, I mean, it was rough.
Where were all the birds hanging out? I know we had a massive amount of rain lately.
Yeah.
And I feel like up in Kentucky, a lot of the birds, they'll hang down in the lower spots during the day.
Yeah.
But obviously they roost, and then when they come down, where were they locked up at?
We think they were up in the ridges, but then Luke was like, some of the fields had this much water in them. And Luke said he was glassing some of the fields, and he saw turkeys just walking through the water down there sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, but they weren't answering calls. They weren't doing anything. So that was a bust. And then opener. I wasn't up there for the Saturday the opener. Got up there Monday after dropped the kids off at school, and hunted Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Came back Saturday morning, and I missed that one on Tuesday morning.
How far away was it?
I blame Luke. 65.
Were you shooting that CVA 410?
No,
What were you shooting?
I was shooting my 12.
Okay.
But I didn't have that TSS in there. I had this Winchester like XR long range, which I thought it'd be good at. But he was gobbling, but he would follow a hen, and we had a hen out there, and the hen came out first, and then there was another hen behind him, I think, and he was right on the edge, kind of messing around, and I wanted him to kind of get back out here to where the hen was, and we'd be able to film it a little bit better. But he kind of kept turning, looking back, kind of just right back and forth within like 5 yards, and he was 65. And Luke had his phone filming, and finally he's like, "Are you gonna shoot him?" And I'm like, I think he was like calling me out. I was like, "Whoa, okay, damn."
Are we gonna watch this turkey all day, or are you gonna give us some hot lead loving, bud?
So I didn't feel good about it. I knew I shouldn't have shot, and I put the red dot on him and let it fly and hit him a little bit low, and who knows what happened. But we went and looked for him for about an hour, couldn't find him. But as for getting out, I go, "That was a poke," and Luke's like, "What?" I go, "That's every bit of 65, 70 yards. He goes, "No way." We got out there and it was like 65. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." He goes, "I was looking through my phone. And I just thought that as soon as he got out there, he was in range." And I was like, no big deal. But then we hunted our asses off for the next 3 days, and nothing's gobbling. Mm-hmm. Jake's running turkeys out of the fields left and right. No one's answering. Hens are everywhere clucking. Nothing gobbling in the morning. I mean, on the limb maybe a little bit. Once they hit the ground, nothing midday, nothing in the afternoon.
What's their main food source right now up there?
I mean, I don't know. I think they're staying in the woods right now because there's no leaves on the trees. Mm-hmm. It looks like it's either February or...
Really? With all this rain, it's so green.
I bet now it's starting to pop up, but last week, I mean, you could see straight through the woods.
Interesting.
So I think that they were just hanging out in the woods, eating stuff in there because they could see so far. They didn't have to come out.
You ended up getting one Saturday morning, though, didn't you?
Yeah, finally we got on one, and the first one came out gobbling like crazy, and then he shut up and hit the ground. But then Jake, he's got like superhuman hearing or something, mm-hmm. and he heard a bunch of these Jakes coming, so we got set up, and the one that was making all the ruckus and noise and gobbling was actually a Jake. Came in puffed up, and I guess they call them super Jakes. But I mean, he was all puffed up, gobbling, and so we moved on from that, and him gobbling, one across the way started, and we hightailed it over there, and I mean, he came in like clockwork. Luke clucked a few times, gobbled. Then he went quiet for, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, mm-hmm. and poked his head right up over the top of the ridge. And
were you just sitting on the ground?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then Luke, he got one this morning, but he hasn't been hearing much either. I mean, it's just, and the guys here at Hunting, Tennessee, they're not hearing gobbles. So I don't know what's happening with turkeys right now.
I mean, if I remember correctly, something similar happened last year when we were turkey hunting. They were gobbling, what was it, opener or a couple days after that? Because I think you got a twofer and I don't know, one of your boys, or I forget who you're up there with. And then I went up there and they just shut off.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. It's, hopefully they start acting right here in the next couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. So when you're up there turkey hunting, you found a dog.
No, I did not find a dog. We found, so it was whenever the kids were, when the youth, and it's raining like crazy, and we're packing up leaving, and Sam had Sailor and River with her, and they took off, and I had Jackson. And we were like 5 minutes behind, and Sam calls me. She's like, "You got to get out here." I was like, "Get out where?" She's like, right before the road. I'm like, "All right, we're heading that way anyway." So me and Jackson get the dogs in. We heading that way, and they're just parked in the middle of the road and have 2 puppies. And I'm like, "No, not happening." And she's got she got both the Yeti blankets out, wrapped up. The girls are holding them in the car. I'm like, "Sam, this is no. If we're trying to get rid of dogs, we're not taking more dogs in." I go, the shelter is on the way home. Just stop there, drop them off, and be done. And the girl's like, "No, we're just gonna give them a bath. We'll keep them for one night, and we'll take them the next day." I look at Sam. I go, "If those dogs are at home when I get there, I'm taking them to the shelter myself. I promise you that." And she's like, "No, it's fine. I'll take them over there, blah, 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 blah." So they take off, and I had to run to the other lodge and get some stuff. And so we're probably, 45 minutes behind them. Like halfway home, she calls, and she's like, "All right, I got somebody to pick up one of the dogs."
I didn't know there was 2.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I can find a picture. There's 2 of them.
Oh, people have been asking on social media if you cap it, what you're gonna do,
and
this
so,
and that.
I guess the little girls put them up on Instagram or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were just in a puddle, in a puddle, just shivering. And so they found a home for the bigger one. And then, by that point, I'd kind of calmed down. I was like, all right, fine. Like, one night's not going to kill us here. And the little one, I mean, he looked like straight up like a blue heeler. I mean, and so get home, and I mean, this little dude is. It would have been a lot easier if he sucked. If he was
Jay loves him.
If he was peeing everywhere and pooping everywhere and biting stuff. Instead, I mean, this dude, he's better than the dogs we have now. Like going outside to go to the bathroom,
really?
No messes, doesn't bark, just lays there and chills.
That's the type of dog I want. A chill dog.
This dude just chills. And so, one night turned into 2 nights, turned into 3 nights, turned into, here we are 2 weeks later. It's got a name.
What's its name?
Pocket.
All right.
I did a DNA test on him. You can swab him. I sent it off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He is 100% Australian cattle dog. So
really?
Blue
That's
heeler.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So as of now, he's sticking around.
All right. Bye.
Rue, Sam's poodle, she had babies, I don't know, a couple years ago, and she has brought this dog in like it's her own.
Interesting.
I mean, she protects this dog from everything. Cooper's not allowed to go around him. I mean, she like cuts him off. She'll like cut him off so that the little one's sitting right here, and she'll cut Cooper off and like keep him away from him.
Interesting.
I mean,
so
a couple weeks ago, he was trying to.
He doesn't have shit to worry about. He went from a mud puddle to your house, just shitting in tall cotton, loving life.
Oh, I mean,
as a mom now that takes care of him.
He was trying to nurse on her a week ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, no, stop. Yeah, I mean, he sleeps with the kids sometimes. Yeah, I mean, he's got treats, and then we took him back to Kentucky, and we were driving back, and I was like, better act right, or you're going back in that puddle, bro.
Well,
he's a good. I like him.
Good.
I do like him. So he's sticking around for a bit.
Good. Let's see. Well, I'm glad you got another dog in the house. That's what you needed.
That's not what I needed. How's the Masters?
It was good. So
Did
last
you stay
year,
through Sunday?
no, came back, drove this year.
How far was that drive?
It was 6 hours. Not bad at all.
That's not bad.
And then so left Thursday morning. Got an Airbnb in Adkin in South Carolina, right on the border. On Thursday night, and then Friday went out. Tom had us out at Sage Valley, so played there. And
How'd you hit him?
I actually did all right.
I knew that was coming.
I mean, I'm not going to say my buddy Ryan thinks he's the best golfer in the world, but I don't think he's talked to anybody since last Friday after the whooping I laid on him. And so we played 18 and then ate some lunch, and they have a little par 3 course that's lit up down there.
Yeah.
And so grabbed a infusion or whatever they call them, walked that thing once and had a great time. And then I think we walked it 3 or 4 times. So I think we played about 45 holes of golf on Friday.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then Saturday, went and watched Saturday. I followed Bryson most of the day because he was going on a run, and I really wanted him to win. I know everyone else wanted McIlroy to win because it's what he needed to complete his Grand Slam or what have you. But I was cheering for the American. And a bit
He collapsed.
Yeah.
Gosh.
But he did collapse. But he's the underdog because I didn't see this, but because we were there, I heard they weren't showing him at all on the Masters because he plays for Live Golf too.
Oh, really?
So like CBS gave him 0 airtime. So on Saturday, he had his own cameraman follow him around the course. I think he was live on YouTube or something of that nature.
Really? Is that true? Wow.
But of course, then he was in the championship pair on Sunday, so they had to give him airtime. Yeah, it was a great weekend. Had a great time. Walked. I was tired on Sunday. Yeah, we walked a lot on Friday playing golf, and a whole lot on Saturday watching golf. Woke up in the morning, drove home, and I think Roy and DeChambeau were on like the 6th hole, so I watched the rest of it at home. Yeah. So it was a good time. And then he turned 41 last week.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Isn't tomorrow your birthday?
No, next
Tuesday.
Yeah, 7 days.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you're 42.
42.
What are you gonna do? Any plans besides just hang out with your new puppy and smoke cigars?
Got no plans really. I mean, maybe a dinner or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see. Next week, I'm going to try to make it up to Kentucky to get ready for our hunt that we're hosting up there. And got some other things just to prepare up there. And then get the cold tub and the sauna set up as well from those guys, Chris Kerr and those guys out at Fire and Ice. But that's really all I have going on for the rest of the month.
Elk tags came out.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, I pulled for Montana. You did not.
Mm-mm.
Samantha didn't either.
Ryan did.
Do
you know anyone else?
Luke put in for preference points for next year. No, I don't. Joe did. My buddy Joe did.
Okay,
but he's the luckiest human in the world. I think he's drawn every year that he puts in.
I wouldn't call that luck. I'm sure he has something going on we don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, Joe, you dirty dog.
He barely knows how to work the internet, so I don't know.
So that's 3 folks. That'll be good though, because of course you're going to go out for bow, and I will look for bears. I'm not even call it bear hunting anymore because I'm going to leave, and one's going to walk up to the den cabin when you and Sam are there.
It's true.
But I'm excited just to go be part of that process.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Talking earlier, I'm not disappointed that I didn't draw because last year it was like one of the highlights of my hunting career, if you will. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if I did it again year after year, it'd take away from it. Yeah. So I'm going to be selective this year. Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for a big 6x6 or something.
What do you? What would be your cutoff? Like if he's under 310?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I want to get like a 330, 350.
Yeah.
I want to get like and if I have to come back for rifle and do it that way, I'm fine with that too. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna be a little selective.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the perfect year to be selective with, just you and Ryan, because Ryan's not going to be selective, right?
Yeah.
Being his first time elk hunting, and then we can all do some scouting for you as well when we're out. So, in plenty of time, I think it'll be a great year to do that. I think you'll have good luck for sure. And let's see, and Ben went to Japan.
I did.
A couple weeks ago. I want to hear about that, Ben.
Come out and tell us about it, Ben.
Yeah. Let me jump out there.
What's up, guys? Sam Mackey here. I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Spartan Forge. Spartan Forge has no doubt made me a more effective and efficient hunter. Spartan Forge was founded by former U.S. Special Operations Intelligence Officer Bill Thompson, who took his 21 years of military experience fighting the global war on terror and applied his learnings to his true love, whitetail hunting. My favorite feature on the Spartan Forge app is the LiDAR for finding draws and funnels. It also has an AI deer movement prediction tool, so you know when and where to go. It has historical wind plots for selecting stand locations, and Cyber Scout for just about anything else I need to know. Spartan Forge, a veteran-owned and operated American mapping and scouting company. Use promo code OUTSIDER20 to save 20% on a premium membership to Spartan Forge. That's OUTSIDER20, OUTSIDER20.
Feels weird being out here.
the bright lights
behind the camera.
Yeah, I don't have you right in my ears, right in my cam.
So, first of all, why'd you go to Japan? What spurred this trip?
The big prompt, I mean, I like a lot of Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
Watch a lot of Japanese movies, listen to a lot of Japanese music. And I mainly got into that because my roommate I've lived with for 5 years, lived there for 6 months, and is practically fluent.
Really?
So,
Give me a Japanese band I need to listen to.
Buck Tick. There it is.
Buck.
Great name.
Buck Tick.
Buck
Listen
Tick.
to
Okay.
like their first album.
Okay.
They're like if The Cure was Japanese.
Okay.
Like just 80s rock.
I mean, they've got. I mean, this goes back. You want me to listen to like 1990?
For whatever their first album is, it's I think it's just called
Hurry Up Mode.
yeah, Hurry Up
1987.
Mode. Hurry Up Mode.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, that band rocks.
All right.
That band rips.
Okay.
But yeah, my roommate who moved in with me in 2020. He just he loved Japan. He'd been learning Japan for years and just like brought so much back. And
So you flew from Nashville to L.A.
to Chicago,
Chicago over,
Chicago over.
to
Tokyo,
Okay.
How long was that flight?
14 hours.
That's not bad.
Nah, it wasn't terrible. Getting there was fine. Getting back sucked.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of how it goes.
What was the highlight of the trip?
Dude, there's so many highlights. It was while we were there, we went to Tokyo. We went to a small town because he was fluent. We had like a little more flexibility.
Sure.
We went to a small town north of Tokyo called Mayabashi. Then after Tokyo, because we went back to Tokyo. After Tokyo, we went to the base of Mount Fuji in a town called Fujiyoshida. Then we went from there to Kyoto. From Kyoto to a small town named Nara for half a day. The only reason we went to Nara is they have a park filled with like overrun by deer, and they bow at you if you feed them. So like,
Really?
I'll put a video.
Yeah, we need a video of this.
You here, I'll pull it up. You buy these like little biscuits on the street, and there's like, it's so overrun with deer, just like stupid amount of like just whitetails and stuff. And you just go up to them and you give them a cracker and they start eating it, and you bow at them and they bow right back.
Stop.
It's
Let me see
crazy.
this.
Hold on. So we stopped there for like half a day because it was between Kyoto and Osaka, just so we could see the deer bow.
Wonder what type of deer they are. They look like, I think that what are those called, roan deer or something
They
of that
look kind
nature.
of like that. They're a little bigger though.
Yeah.
What favorite place you ate in Tokyo?
Top two places. We ate at one place that was an izakaya, which is like, yeah, you know what an izakaya is?
I do not.
It's like a Japanese bar / like restaurant. They're usually really small, like maybe seat 15 people at most. And they can be anything from like straight up bar food, which over there is just like noodle soups or like, tempura shrimp, things like that, or like nice stuff. The one we ate at, this one we ate at outside of Shibuya in Tokyo was like high-end sushi, which over there is just sashimi and nigiri. Like it's not rolls. So we ate, that night we had like a bunch of different kinds of tuna. not octopus. We had squid, sea urchin, like every weird.
Sounds delicious.
It was the craziest thing I ate, which I know people in the States, a lot of them will shy away from. But we were at an izakaya one night that was like it was very much like a dive bar sort of izakaya.
Yeah.
And they had raw horse on the menu. It's called basishi.
Did you eat it?
I did.
I used to eat horse.
Sam's ate a lot of horse.
You eat a lot of horse?
I have.
Big horse guy.
Yeah, I don't ride them, but I'll eat the shit out of them.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, in Italy, you'd go to the panini stands. You can get chicken, beef, or horse.
Yeah.
And I would,
So you had raw horse.
Yeah, raw horse.
How was it?
It was pretty tasty.
Was it?
It was yeah, they bring it out on like a little platter of like dry rice noodles.
Yeah.
With like green onions and a little bit of sauce, and you just kind of like put some green onions on it, fold it up, dip it in the sauce, and eat it. And I mean it's kind of like a slightly less gamey venison.
Okay.
Like it's
Obviously I don't speak Japanese, so like how hard would it be for someone that doesn't speak to go over there and get around? I mean, is it pretty Americanized?
no, I expected it to be more Americanized
Sure.
because I mean you go to Europe and it's like everyone
you can figure it out.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely scrape by in
Yeah.
like all the bigger areas,
Yeah.
like the tourist areas, just fine. But even then, I was really surprised how not English friendly it was.
Really?
Like the small town we went to, we would have been absolutely cooked if our guy didn't speak Japanese.
Really?
Yeah.
Were the people nice though?
Oh, nicest people.
Really?
Best service I've ever had.
Yeah.
Really?
You don't tip over there, but like, I mean, literally, the first night we were there, we ate at like just some small hole in the wall place.
Sure.
Bunch of kids like younger than me working, and you pay up front at the register when you leave. They don't like come to your table really.
Yeah.
And as we like paid and left, our waiter didn't like see us until we were already out the door. Literally ran outside. We were like half a block away and like hollered at us and like waved and bowed to us and thanked us. And
Wow.
it's like everywhere you go, just
Yeah. Hospitable.
yeah, hospitable. Cleanest place I've ever been.
That's what I was gonna. That's gonna be my next question. How clean it was.
Tokyo, I mean, like what, 32 million people live in
Yeah.
Tokyo or something crazy. You might see a cigarette butt every block.
Really?
Maybe. You don't smoke while you walk. If you smoke standing still. And and most places have no smoking signs and they'll have a zone that's like, maybe the size of this room at the biggest.
Yeah.
That's just like semi-walled off outside. And like during rush hour, you'll see a line of like 30 people waiting to walk into this little fenced off area to
Wow.
smoke. And like, it's cool because like if you screw up and like they're super specific culturally, like very
Yes.
particular. If you screw up, they're not like dicks about it. They'll just like, I remember I like walked somewhere I wasn't supposed to, and some dude just like blew a whistle and like kind of looked at me, and I was like, got it. And he was like, okay. And then like that was it,
Yeah.
Where'd you guys stay? A hotel, a hostel?
So we did a hostel in Tokyo for the first handful of nights. And then mostly after that, we did, they're called twin room hotels. And they're basically, it's a room maybe like, I don't know, 14 by 14 feet. Just like a relatively small room. Only like this sort of like woven bamboo floor. Like all of them had this type of floor that's like semi-soft. It's like almost between carpet and hardwood.
Yeah.
And like cushions on the floor. And then there'll be like a closet with little like fold out double thick mattress pads that they call futons.
Yeah.
And you just like chill
I
in the
went to
room,
college.
sit on the floor. And then whenever it's time to go to sleep, you just fold those out. You have a little comforter and a pillow and you just sleep on those.
Did Tokyo feel massive?
Yeah.
Really?
It was like never ending.
Just kept going.
It's insane because like, and the density is what's crazy. It's like, I don't know how half the places stay in business because you're like on literally any street, any random neighborhood.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all big neighborhoods, but any neighborhood, any street, and you just like look down a street and it's just 7-story buildings and every single one of them has like a shopping center sign with everything that's in it. I mean, any given street has 10 bars on it.
I mean, I guess that many people. I mean, was the sake good? Have some sake over there?
Yeah. Had some sake from a brewery at the base of Mount Fuji. They'd been doing it for like 400 years.
That's amazing.
Just so good.
I've heard that the skiing over there is amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. They I know there's a couple like mountain ranges where a ton of people ski over there.
Yeah.
It's a big popular.
What was it winter there?
No, spring.
Spring
right in
there?
Sakura season. So we got to see the cherry blossoms bloom and all that. So
Definitely going back.
Oh, I could live there.
Really?
I mean, I probably won't, but you know, I plan on. I want to go back in at least the next couple years. If I don't go back with the same guy I went with this time, I will definitely take like 2 years.
Are you
learn Japanese?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you learning Japanese now? Are you doing?
When my buddy gets back, he's setting me up on his. He has like a whole regiment for learning and practicing.
Is it Duolingo?
Yeah, you can't do do like an app for Japanese, can you?
No, it's pretty complicated because they have like 2 alphabets.
Of course they do.
And then they have something called kanji, which are like Chinese characters.
Okay.
And the average use of them, like most people have just like 5,000 of them off the top of their head. So like elementary school students will have like 1,000 of them memorized. So it's like they have their alphabet for spelling out words, but then there's
like, isn't there 5 different like A's? Like, for example, we just have our alphabet, but A, they'll have like 5 or 6 different versions of the letter A.
I honestly couldn't even tell you.
I believe so.
Yeah. One of the kookiest things we did, I will say, is we went to an amusement park at base of Mount Fuji, and they have the world's longest haunted house. And we went, and it was like 40 minutes to walk through. It was like a full recreation of a hospital, basically. And they just give you a little flashlight. You just have to walk through it, like
no thanks,
with a little flashlight.
Live role players in there?
Yeah, live role players.
No, thank you.
It was. They have like doors all throughout for if you get too scared and you want to leave early.
I'm going out the entrance.
Yeah. And it was funny because like they don't do any like live roleplay jump scares for like the first 15 minutes. So they literally just have you walking through this.
They let you get real comfortable.
They let you get real comfortable.
I like this.
And then once they start scaring you, it's like, oh my God, I got another 30 minutes in here.
Yeah.
Like, they're just weird with like the crazy stuff that they have for no reason.
What were they wearing? I mean, they have their own.
Tokyo is the best dressed city.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Tokyo's like no homeless population.
Okay.
It's super affordable to live there.
Uh-huh.
Like I didn't pay more than $3 a beer.
Really?
The whole trip. Food. I mean, lodging for 10 days. I spent $470.
Wow.
And then food, like my most expensive meal was like $30. So
how are you guys getting from town to town?
Trains.
Okay.
Trains and buses.
Yeah.
Which is the train system was surprisingly easy to navigate. But no, Tokyo, everyone is like super big pants, huge pants.
Okay.
And if not huge pants, suits.
Okay.
It's like if they're not wearing like big, super fashionable baggy stuff, they're just wearing suits.
Okay.
And then like you get out into like not rural areas, but like, just like regular towns, of like 150, 200,000 people. And people just wear like normal clothes.
Sure. If you had to pick one town that you went to, which one would it be? Tokyo?
Man. Yeah. I mean, if I went back, Tokyo is where I would go back to. Kyoto's cool. It's like the old city. But like it's more just like seeing the shrines and stuff. Tokyo, there's so much to do. My favorite area in Tokyo, we went to a neighborhood called Koenji, and it's like not as touristy as the other ones. And they have like a ton of old like vintage shops and tons of like really cool like hole in the wall restaurants. And we went there to like go to this old vintage rare bookstore. Dude who just like runs an office that you can hit him up and go like walk through his office and see all these old books.
How'd you guys get around Tokyo?
All trains.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do cabs, but once you figure out the train system, and it works well with Apple Maps, like it'll tell you what platform and everything.
Are they above ground?
Above ground or below?
Both.
I got you.
Yep. And you just get like a little card, charge it up, and then
just hop on them and roll.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it's crazy how fast it is.
Get around.
Yeah, and we did a bullet train to get like from Tokyo to Kyoto, which bullet trains are crazy.
How fast do they go?
175 miles an hour.
We're flying.
It's moving.
Yeah, you stand in the station and they slow down a little bit, but if they don't stop, they go through, and it just like creates like a suction vortex when they go by.
They go through the station rolling at 175 mile an hour.
They'll go through at like 100, but they
Better back up.
Yeah, one lady dropped like a plastic bag on the track in the station at one point, and like literally a Japanese police officer like sprinted over and extended this super long stick and just like clamped it up and pulled it out.
Not his first time. Not a lot of crime, I take it.
No, not a lot. The thing that did surprise me is huge smoking cities.
Yes.
Like Tokyo, almost every bar is smoking inside.
They love their cigarettes.
Love their like we went to a concert one night, and it was at a club that was like 3 stories underground. I mean, like size of like Exit In, like full venue, just underground, and in the venue, everyone's smoking cigarettes. You go into the stairwell, and it's just like a brown box of cigarettes. Like,
Do they have their own, or are they smoking like Marlboros?
Both. They have their own piece cigarettes. If you ever go, get pieces.
I was about to say, did you just join
them?
You smoked some meters?
Of course we did.
Here you go.
Yeah. I mean, because you're in a bar with like, it's like 7 people in there packed to the gills, and everyone else is smoking. So it's like, fuck it, I might as well join.
It's awesome.
I think I'd have to do the same thing.
Yeah,
I'd join.
It's. I mean, yeah. It was harder coming back culturally than going there.
Yeah,
because like you get used to everyone. Like on trains, no, you're not allowed to talk on the phone.
Yeah, America's disgusting,
dude. It's. I like got back and like went to a restaurant. They like got my order wrong. I got like chewed out at customs for no reason. And then I got like cut off by like an Altima. And literally like by day 2 I was back. I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. I remember coming back from Europe a couple times, like landing in like Atlanta or something, looking around and be like, gosh, what are we doing here?
Well, I visited Germany a while back, and when I came back from Germany, I felt the same way. But coming back from Japan was just like another tier of like, dude, they just, I mean, you can tell they've been around for 1,000 years longer than us.
I mean, that culture's been around for so long. They've got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to go there one day and check it out.
I think I'm going to go next year.
Japan?
Yeah. So we're doing, passports come through, doing Australia this summer. And then I'm doing Africa, obviously.
Yeah.
But Sam really wants to go, and so do I. So I think next year, that'd be our
It would be worth, if you go, like if you don't just do like Tokyo, like if you want to bounce around and do a bunch of stuff, it would honestly be worth probably picking up like a guide. In areas to at least like who speaks Japanese. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
it's good to know.
I mean, we would get priority over tourists just because like our guy would go up and start talking to him in Japanese and not English. Yeah. And it'd be like, all right, come sit down. Like we got a spot at the bar, blah, blah, blah. And you'd see tourists like come back and they'd be like, come back in 30 minutes. And then they'd come back and they'd have like given the seat up to somebody else. And it's like, they're not mean about it. It's like, they don't
want to they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. I appreciate you coming on, Ben. Now everybody can put a face to the name. The beautiful Benjamin that's back there taking care of us.
You have to put some of your Japan pictures up too.
Yeah, I'll throw them up. Thanks for letting me spew about it. That's crazy.
Awesome. Absolutely, brother.
All right.
Appreciate you. You got anything else, Hoss?
No, not that I can think of.
Likewise. Cool. All right. Until next time.
See ya.